behind the scenes with future country rock blues kings and queens. Discover them first with Palm Mash TV. Palm Mash TV.
Well, hello there. It's Palm Mash TV time once again. Thank you for joining us. We're glad that you could join us today. And we got a great interview coming up for you in just a moment. But before we get into that, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and click the bell. And all new interviews will be headed your way. And I hope you check them out. And leave a comment on the comment section. We'd love to hear from you there. And also, if you have Facebook, go to facebook.com/PalmMashTV. And obviously you can like the page, inbox us, and tell us what you think there, and comment on all the videos. And if you'd like to email us as well, email us at palmmashtv, all one word, at gmail.com. And obviously it's for bands or solo artists that want to be on the show, but also, hey, if you're a fan, you can use that email address as well. We'd love to hear from you. And we're going to have all this recap for you at the closing credits at the end of the show, so stay tuned for that. From Raleigh, North Carolina today, we have Jay Monday, a very talented artist, obviously, just like all our other artists. And I think you're really going to enjoy this interview and the song that comes after, and we'll get to that in a minute, but first here's a quick word from Click Jam. Don't go away, we'll be right back.
We got history, got me feeling the nostalgia when you look at me, thinking about what could.
Well, hello there, it's interview time again as promised, and with us from Raleigh, North Carolina, we have Jay Monday. Thanks for joining us, Jay Monday.
I appreciate it, Paul, man. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, no problem, we're glad to have you. How did it all begin for Jay Monday as far as being an artist? I mean, I'm sure you always wanted to be one since you were little. I mean, maybe there's something deeper than that. Tell us in your own words, though. We'd love to hear it.
Yeah, not so much. I honestly kind of just discovered this artistic side of myself. I always had an appreciation for music, always. Since I was roughly 14, 15, that's kind of when I really started to pay attention to music that I actually liked. Very different from my counterparts and my peers. I was always into more of the rhythm and soul as opposed to hardcore rap or country, depending on what friend I was around. But it always really started with that Erykah Badu, neo soul type of feel, and then it kind of gravitated to, the Jay-Z's, the Kanye's, J. Cole's, things of that nature. So a little later on, just kind of messing around on Snapchat and Instagram, sending videos to my friends and just like little freestyles I would do here and there. One of my friends was just like, yo, I think you might want to record that, man. I think you might want to record it. And so I just kind of jumped out there and recorded my first single, which is Cross Your Mind. And, I just kind of released it to just the small circle that I was around. And their response from it made me want to release it on like Spotify, Instagram, and just like any social media platform and any streaming platform as well. And my first single that I ever put out independently got 20,000 streams right off the bat. And so I was like, maybe I can kind of mess around in this music thing. And then I kind of fell in love with the creating process, and one thing led to another. And we're 2 projects in now. So.
Okay, well, that's a good story, actually. And I'm glad that you found your niche, and hopefully you'll be around for a long time doing what you love, man.
Oh, I hope so.
And so tell us a little bit about some of the artists that you grew up with that really inspired you to become an artist.
Oh, yeah, for sure. So the first artist I ever fell in love with was Erykah Badu, Lady Bella. Just her sound was just so unique and effortless, and it just really connected with me. And then along with that, she was super lyrical, and it was just something different about just her overall persona that just kind of drug me in. And so she was heavily influential in me always wanting to have content with every song. So, there's fun songs, but even my funk songs have some sort of content in there. And all of it tells a story from start to finish. A lot like nowadays, songs kind of jump around. within the same verse. They're just like talking about shoes one day. I mean, well, one line, and then they end up talking about the beach another line, and their girlfriend and drugs. It's just kind of all over the place. So I try to do the opposite, and the title of the song or the structure of the song is going to mirror whatever the storyline is, and I just try to keep that. And that all comes from her. So she was super influential, and then of course Kanye was super influential with the transfer from producing to actually writing. Just the undeniable confidence that he had is something that I try to bring to the table as well. And then you got the Jay-Z's and the John Legends and all of those artists just kind of make up who J Monday is when it comes to inspiration. I try to give a little bit of every genre, every artist that I admire. I try to show that and pay some sort of homage to those guys who kind of helped mold me into the artist I am currently.
Yeah, and a couple of those you mentioned, like John Legend, and all of them, they really they're really great artists, and they're always going to be legends in their own respects. So
For sure.
So why don't you tell everybody, if they were wanting to get some of your music right now, where would they go? I'm sure it's on all streaming platforms. I don't know if you have physical copies, but if you do, you can volunteer that as well.
Oh, yeah, for sure. All streaming platforms: Spotify, Apple Music, Tidal, YouTube. I have some. So the Homage mixtape, which is my most recent project, it's actually a visual mixtape, to where every song on there has a video for it, and it kind of rolls out and kind of comes to a crescendo with the last song, which is Uproar, which is paying homage to Lil Wayne. I just have so many artists that on that specific project that I wanted to give respects to and put my own J Monday spin on their songs. So you got Snow Allegra, Want You Around, you got Erykah Badu's Apple Tree, you got Daniel Caesar and Her Best Part, you got Drake, Jay-Z Pound Cake, and then you have Lil Wayne's Uproar. And that's one of the most inspiring projects that kind of projected and kind of propelled me to create things that are out of the box. And my unreleased stuff now is insane just because of that project. So I look to do more things like that just kind of inspire me to do things that are just not so traditional. You know what I mean?
Okay, well, I'm sure everybody will out there and get some of your music. I know you'd be happy about that. So just check all that J Monday on all those streaming platforms.
Absolutely.
And we're getting ready to watch one of your videos, of course, in just a moment. It's called Father's Laws.
Oh, yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And why don't you tell us a little bit about that? I'm sure it's like a Father's Day type of a theme there, but tell us in your own words.
So the idea came from the realization of every sacrifice my dad has done. And growing up, me and my father never really saw eye to eye on a lot of stuff. We never had a bad relationship. It was just some friction. I was growing into a man. He was my father, and I just didn't understand a lot of things that he was doing. But as I became a father and a husband and just started growing up, I started to see and understand some of the situations he was put in. And I wanted, before, knock on wood, before the time came where he was no longer with us, I wanted him to know that I loved him and I understand everything that happened, and every choice he made and all the sacrifices he made. And I wanted to express that to him, and that I began to write that song, which was very difficult to write, just because it's very emotional. So that kind of led down this path, and I wanted to create a visual with him in it so he can get the message and he can be a part of the vision and the visual for everyone that enjoys that song.
Okay, well, it is a great song, and I watched that video earlier, and I think everybody's ready to see it. We'll get to that in just a moment, but J Monday, that's about all the time we have for right now, but we would love to have you back again sometime if you ever have anything to plug for us.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. I definitely appreciate you for having me on, Paul.
Yeah, no problem. And let's get right to that video, Father's Laws, right here on Paul Mash TV, so don't go away. We'll be right back.
nobody do it like my pop. Yeah. Can't nobody do it like my pop.
At Chamberlain, that's 100 points.
Can't nobody do it, no. Can't nobody do it, no. Can't nobody do it. When up from the hood, my pops taught me a lot. It wasn't just what he said, but how he handled his crops. Rude with an iron fist, you either like it or not. But the man I am today, Chubb, I thank you a lot. From a seed we didn't have, no, the finest of the finest. It slowly built character, prepared me for what life is. The laws you broke down still carry weight where I live. Always leave with respect, and you see what man's truth is. Your father to the fatherless, security for the weak. Always taught me if I fell down, I better stand on my feet. Never walk away, your kids are your responsibility. Even when you're at your lowest, like the bottom of the sea. Men don't eat on paper plates, yo, that never bother me. But I do it cause you said it, so that's how it's gotta be. As far as that is go, you are the best to hit the scene. Ain't a song long enough to account for all the deeds. I'm your son, you're my father. In the mirror you see me, you love dance with my father. Hope you like this equally, yeah, yeah. Can't nobody do it like my pops. I'm screaming from the front of motherfucking tippy tie. Can't nobody do it like my pops. Can't nobody do it like my pops. Can't nobody do it like my pops. When I'm sleepy and I'm tired, I rub my feet just like my pops. Can't nobody do it like my pops. Can't nobody do it like my pops. Can't nobody do it like my pops. I got an attitude and I get it from my pops. Yeah. I wanna give you flowers cause you're still here. I wanna give you flowers cause you're still here. I wanna give you flowers cause you're still here, yeah. You're still here, yeah. You're still here, yeah, yeah. You're still here. I wanna give you flowers, yeah. I wanna give you what you gave me. Yeah. Can't nobody do it like my pop.